Hey YouTube people, my name is CoolPaws96 and I know it has been a while since I made a video, but I will explain that on a different kind of video probably tomorrow. But in this video I kind of need to vent about something. As for those of you who may not know, I am Canadian, born and raised here in Canada, so that's out of the bag. And there's this one show that I grew up watching with my mom and my sister called 16, and it was from the same people who created the Total Drama series, and Stoked as well. And 16 was like one of my favorite shows growing up. It revolved around 6 characters: Jonesy, Jen, Jude, Nikki, Caitlin, and Wyatt. All 16s just hanging out at the mall doing whatever. And it was really honestly ahead of its time, but I don't want to get on too much of how the show was back then. But this year they announced that they were doing a reunion episode, and me and every other Canadian person who grew up watching 16, we were ecstatic. Like, we were just, finally, like, and we had so many questions, like, what's gonna happen, what are they gonna do, are they fully grown up, like, do they have kids of their own, like, just stuff like that. But this episode was more of a PSA on how to vote, because I literally, and I mean literally, just got done watching it, and honestly, I'm really disappointed. Like, why? Like, they aged them for 2 years, so they're not 16 anymore, they're 18. And, not happy. Really disappointed. Not happy. Because I still watch the old 16 series a lot, like many other cartoons that I watched growing up, which I've never been afraid to admit, because I'm a huge cartoon fanatic. But other than that, I am really peeved. Honestly, don't like it. I am really disappointed. The whole point of this little reunion episode was called Vote Dude, and it was this huge PSA on getting young Americans who just turned 18 this year to vote in the November election. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know what is going on in America with this whole election thing right now, because where I live, we have, well, what we call provinces is what you guys call the states, but here, again, where I live, we are having what we call a provincial election, to elect the next person who's going to lead our province for the next 4 years. So that's what I've pretty much been keeping up with. But, with some of the language that they used in this 16 episode, I was really shocked, because they never used that in the old series. Never, whatsoever. And I just don't know why they went that way. Okay. One of the main characters of the series named Jen, she was always the mature one of the group, and she was like the mom of the group as well, and she was always like super bossy, and still is in the same episode. And Caitlin, she was like the girly girl who always did shopping and the makeup and boys and yada yada yada. And with Caitlin using this whole new stupid slang thing that we use now, like woke or feels or whatnot, like and Jude, one of the main guys in the series, he was always known as like the chill skateboarder stoner kind of dude, even though he never smoked pot. But in this, they finally pretty much confirmed that he did, and I wasn't really too happy about that. And Wyatt, he overreacts and overthinks a lot, and he was so concerned, like, of every single little detail that Trump was tweeting about, saying this and that. And Jonesy, he was on Trump's side, saying why he likes Trump and all this and that. And Nikki, she was one of the people who was not gonna vote. And honestly, I get the message that they're trying to get people to vote because every vote does count. Now, with me, when I was 18, 4 years ago, I never voted in our last provincial election, and I deeply regretted it. I really do. So this is why I am definitely voting this year, because it's like they said, every little vote counts, especially for women, because for how many centuries women were not even allowed to vote? Like, we should be grateful that we have that to vote. My grandmother's always telling me that. I mean, like, women weren't always able to vote. Like, yeah, I know she cares. She really does. And she does it in the guilt trip kind of way, but it shows that she cares. But I really am voting in this election, and I don't want to boss anybody around. Like, I'm not trying to be that kind of person, to be bossy and all that, but you guys really do need to vote, because with the millennials and with the kids who were born in the year 2000 turning 18 this year, your vote counts just as much as everybody else's. I really do get that. And if you don't vote, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, I swear I'm not, but you guys are gonna go down the shitter even more. Pardon my French, but it's true. But I just find it weird how they were going at it, because 16 was a Canadian cartoon that was trying to make it publicly in the States. I don't really know how to term it, but it I just really don't like this episode. Like, I mean, not every show is perfect. I mean, you get the good, the bad, and the ugly with every single TV show that comes on. But with this one, it was just the worst. Like, even if it was just like, it was less than 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. The thing was less than 10 minutes. And I just really didn't like it. Point blank, I'm really disappointed. And and I know I'm not the only one that is disappointed with this, who grew up watching the series. I'm gonna keep continuing to watch the series. I'm not gonna, that part's not gonna change. I still love that show. I always have, always will. But I can't bring myself to watch that anymore. If they did it differently, like if it wasn't a whole PSA thing, if it was just like a reunion thing, like, yeah, I would have been thrilled. Because again, that show was a huge part of my childhood. Like, I used to watch it with my mom and sister pretty much all the time when it was on. For like 5-6 years. And to have the creators do something like this, I could get that they're trying to be relatable with today's society, and youth and all that. I really do get that. But they just took away the fun of it. They took away what made that show special. They put in some language that I wasn't too thrilled of. They made the characters a lot worse than... I'm not saying that the characters were bad before, but they made them worse than what they already were. Okay, let me rephrase that. They made the good characters be really, really crappy. That's the nicest way I'm gonna be able to term it. But I just don't like it, and I'm really disappointed. I know I'm saying that over and over again, but it's the truth. I am severely disappointed in how they did that. And I know it's kind of weird to be ranting on about a cartoon and all this and that, but I'm not the only one that's been doing it. There's other YouTubers that have been reviewing it. And I am one of those people, because again, 16 was a cartoon that I grew up watching, and I still continue to watch today. But I just really do not like this episode. I am severely peeved, and I am severely disappointed at how they took the approach to a beloved series and turned it into something crappy. And again, I get that they're trying to encourage younger people to vote because it seriously does matter. Like, when I turned 18, I didn't give a crap. I was like Nikki, I wasn't even gonna vote. But, again, I regretted it big time, especially when it came to electing our new Prime Minister. I hate Trudeau. Can't stand him. I'm just gonna come out and say that. I hate Trudeau and everything he's done. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. That's probably for another video. But again, I severely regret not voting, and by that, it caused, even if the party that I voted for didn't win, it would still make a difference. And it's the same with everyone else who votes. Like, even if the party that they voted for did not win, it still made a difference. Because again, every single vote counts, whether you literally just turned 18 or like 95 years old. Vote. Vote, 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 vote. I'm not trying to sound bossy or anything, I swear I'm not, but you guys gotta get down and vote, because every vote counts. This is literally our future, our lives at stake. We see in the news how Trump is destroying America. The people in the States, you see what is going on there. So freaking vote. Help change your lives. Help make it better. And it's the same with us here in Canada. Like, next year is when we vote for our new Prime Minister. And I want Trudeau out. I can't stand him. Me, along with thousands of other people, we can't stand that dumbass. He's a horrible Prime Minister. We thought Stephen Harper was bad, but Trudeau, oh my god, he is just... He's like a child version of Trump. I'm just gonna put it like that. That's literally the nicest thing that I can say about Trudeau, without swearing. But enough of that. But yeah, I'm just really upset and disappointed of how the 16 reunion special came to be. I hope that if they ever do decide to do another reunion episode, to not make it a PSA. It's, just please don't. I mean, like, bring back the goodness of the show. Like, they had good writing, it had good humor, it was so much fun to watch, and it still is. So why do they have to go and ruin a good thing? Like, seriously, why? I don't know. I really don't know what was going on with the creators' minds when they decided to take this approach. I really don't know. But I just don't like with how they did it. And I know I keep repeating myself, but it's the truth. But if you do want to see a really good show, just type up the show 16. It's spelled number 6 and then with the word teen, T-E-E-N. It is such a really good show. I think you guys who have not heard of it, haven't seen it, or, you know, just whatever, I really do recommend it. It is so easy to find it on YouTube. Again, just type up the show 16 and boom, episodes are there. It is such a phenomenal show. I really do recommend it. It is such a good show. Like, a lot of the slang and some of the technology in the show may be outdated, like with flip phones and all that, but the show came out in 2004 when flip phones were still really popular. So, just a heads up on that. But it's still a really good show. It always will be, at least to me. But again, I just wish that they didn't do it this way, because I found out on Facebook today about the reunion episode being like a PSA, and I'm like, wait, what? So I was reading the article, and then when I just watched it on YouTube, it was like, oh, and that's why I don't like it. Again, I'm really disappointed, but I hope that if a show ever does do a reunion, like cartoon-wise, for example, please do not make it a PSA. Please keep it good, like how it used to be. Please. Well, anyways, I gotta end this video because my time is running out, but thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to watch this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also do not forget to click the bell for notifications. Ding! And I hope you guys have a really good day, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!